All these light switches are pretty much identical, right? Alright, so today we're looking at the Lyasi Wi-Fi light switch. Again, this is one of those hardwired installed light switches. That means you don't have to have smart bulbs. You have the smart switch that you can control over Wi-Fi, turning it on and off, setting timers, all that kind of great stuff. So we'll take a look through and you see you get the faceplate, you get the switch, you get the instructions, and you get some extra wires and screws in the box to help you with the installation. So if you take a look here at the switch itself, it's a nice looking switch. I'm not a big fan of the light bulb graphic on the front, but that's a minor quibble. It looks like it'll fit just fine. So first things first, let's get that faceplate off the wall, because obviously can't do much with the faceplate still there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall both light switches. Now I'm only replacing one of them today, but I've found in the past that when you're doing something with a twin box like this, it's easier to take out both switches. Just gives you more room to work, gives you access to the grounding in the back and the neutral wire without having to try and fish around behind another switch. And the other thing we're going to do here is take a look at the wiring schematic. Not the best, but obviously, if you need more help with it, there's help online. So what we're going to do is take these switches off. Now, I always make sure to make a note of which wires go where, so that we make sure to install them correctly when we're putting everything back together. But again, this just gives you more room to work, taking both of the switches off, putting them aside. One of them will be going back on, the other one's going to be replaced. So we'll take our Wi-Fi switch and slap it in place. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ha! Box is too small. Alright, well maybe it's the electrical box, right? So we'll take our Wemo switch here and just put that in place and, oh, look at that, it fits perfectly. So the Wemo switch works, but the Lyasi does not fit in a standard electrical box. Now the problem are those 4 screws you see on the front and the corresponding bumps in the back, which means that they no longer have enough clearance to fit into a standard electrical box. So you try to put that up against the box here and you'll see those little screw bumps hit right into the wall, into the metal of the wall. There's nothing you can do about that. You're not going to be able to get that in there. If you look at the dimensions here, they are a bit misleading. That 29 millimeters is the depth behind the plate that will fit into a standard electrical box, but because of that screw bump, it's actually only about half of that that'll fit before you hit that bump. And then if you look at the diagram next to that, that 70 millimeter height of the back bump is incorrect. It's probably closer to about 75, 76 millimeters. Again, because of those screw bumps there, it means that it's just not going to fit into that standard electrical box. Very frustrating and something I wish I knew before I bought this. So, having bought it, can I recommend it?
My recommendation is to not buy.
Nah, I'm going to be returning this one back to the manufacturer. A light switch that doesn't fit in a standard electrical box, to me, is a useless light switch. I don't want to have to go through all the trouble of replacing the box. I want something that takes me 10 to 15 minutes to replace, and I've got something that works. Not something I have to do major electrical changes to my wall for. So for me, for that reason, I can't recommend the Lyasi switch. I'd recommend you go with the TP-Link or the Wemo switch or something else like that. Those ones tend to fit easier into your existing electrical system. But hey, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you my review. I'm Reviewy McReviewface. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next review.